Okay, we are live. We're checking out our equipment. Welcome, everybody, to the Time Excellence Show. This is the Time Excellence Show, and I hope everyone's having a great day. We're going to be covering some great content in this show, and my name is Douglas Calvin, and you possibly have been to my website before, but I want to welcome you, and welcome you to douglascalvin.com, and to myself, I'm Douglas Calvin. Today we're going to be talking about time excellence, and specifically we're going to be talking about a very specific piece of that. We're going to be looking at time viewpoints. It won't be a long session, be pretty short and succinct, but it is important. This is episode 1 in the Time Viewpoints series. 2 time concepts not to miss. And, you know, a lot of us have been to the eye doctor before, and we have seen where we go and we get given a choice, A or B. They'll flip the little mirrors and they'll say A or B, which is better. So today we're going to do something very similar, only we're going to be looking at time, because we're really interested in time from a viewpoint of making a difference. We're going to try and really maximize our time so that we can make a difference in this world. And to start that thought process out, we're going to be looking at 2 views of time, and those views are going to help guide our thought. Okay? Time as a calendar or clock. Now, this is the obvious one. This is the one that many of us already know, and we have known this all of our lives. Time as a calendar or clock is very measurable. It's something that is seconds, minutes, hours, days, and it really helps us keep on schedule. Well, that's probably something that we invented in recent times. Sure, some centuries ago they started with the sundial, but we've really perfected it. We've got time now measurements down to the nanosecond. We try and schedule everything. So if we think of time as a time of day, a season, it's October, it's Monday, it's hours, it's seconds. That's one way of looking at time, and that's obviously the most common look at time. There are words that come from that. The original Greek time was chronos, and I think you'll recognize that. Ancient Greek looked at chronos as chronic. So what does chronic mean? Well, it's over time you've possibly got chronic pain, and over time the pain just doesn't seem to want to go away. And it's that type root that gives us the feeling for time. Chronology, a history of events in order. And my company, Chronalysis Group LLC, gets that name by bridging 2 words together. Chron for time or for clock, and analysis is short for Elysis, Chronalysis Group. And I've spent the last 20 to 25 years not only studying time, but improvements, working with people, working with organizations on how to make a difference in their world by using simple concepts. And some of those concepts starts with the concept of time. But that's not the only concept. In fact, time also historically has had another meaning: opportunity. Now in English, we don't have that. We don't have time word that means opportunity. We have the word opportunity, but we don't have one that means time opportunity. So let's take just a quick, brief time and look at that. Time is an opportunity. Think about your life. There's time, there's chronological time, there's meeting times, I've got to be there by this time, I've got to have this completed by this time. But the ancient Greek word kairos, Kairos, had a different meaning to those people. And it's one that I think gives us a good foundation for adding some better color such that we can really understand and know what is meant by that word. Opportunity, a fitting time, a season. It's the perfect moment. For instance, if you think about fruit, you say, well, is it time to pick? Well, it's time to pick during that short period before it starts rotting and when it is already ready to be picked. It's already ripe and good to eat. So that ripeness like fruit is the time. That word time back then would be used for, that's an opportune time to pick that fruit. In archery, back in those days, they did a lot of hunting. They did, I think, championships, competitions with it. And if you released the arrow at just the right moment, they used kairos as that time, that opportunity time. It measures quality, not quantity. So think about your life. How much of your time is just about the quantity, how many minutes it takes, how fast I have to get there, how long I have to sit in traffic, when that deadline is to get that report in, when I have to get the kids bathed and in bed so that they get enough sleep so they can get up in the morning and go to school. So archery demonstrates that. Fruit demonstrates it, and I think also our lives demonstrate that, if we think that way. In literature, the Bible uses this word more often than it uses chronos, the time that we count. So it's a word that's used more and more about the opportunity. It is your opportunity time. It is the right season. And it's that look that is our major lesson today, that we're going to think about that and take that and try and apply it in our thought process. You know, we live in a world that is a clock. It's a time world. It's one that we're driven by time. Think about what isn't driven by time. You can squeeze in a little bit of private time here and there. Everything is measured. And with today's technology, it's worse than it ever has been as far as being able to schedule us, look for us, communicate with us, expect quick responses. No time in man's history has been this opportune. So if we look at that way, we really think about the opportunities to really undo some of that world we live in. Not stop it, but shift a little bit of thought toward making a difference. That's the time opportunity world. Have you ever had when someone came up and maybe they were depressed and it was the perfect time to just sit down and listen? Have you ever had where you might want to help someone with some money that they were a little short, they were at the grocery store, you maybe thought about helping? Well, that's the make a difference time. That's the opportunity time. That's the one that we really want to stay focused on today and really think about adding that time in our thought process such that we consider that as we go through our life. In fact, we want to use our time, or better said, our time opportunity, the best way that we can. Now, interesting way that that's stated. I didn't give an absolute goal that would fit everyone. This is a goal that might fit you personally. Because you can use your time opportunity the best way you can, because your situation is different than mine. It's different than anyone's. Your experiences, your knowledge, your background, your hardships, your health, your finances are unique. Your family size, your number of people you're taking care of is all unique. And your opportunity is to use that time the absolute best way that you can, and not compare to others, compare to yourself. The techniques that we look at, the concepts that we look at ongoing in this series is ones that will help us unravel some of that, maybe free it up or maybe refocus it, and make a difference, more of a difference in people's lives. So, very simple concepts. Yes, we view time as a clock or a calendar. That's normal. There's nothing new. There's nothing unusual about that. That's something that if I'd ask you what is time, that's the answer I probably would have gotten. But just like the ancient Greeks that had yet another word for time, only it implied it was an opportunity. Think of your life as an opportunity. Each of us has a unique opportunity, a unique purpose, unique goals. And that's pretty exciting when you think about it, because your uniqueness brought to a situation can really open up great possibilities in making a difference. So our goal of finalizing is to use our time, our opportunities, the best way that we can. That's the series for today. We're going to talk more as we continue this series, and we're going to build upon that foundational concept of opportunities that each one of us has, unique opportunities for each of us. Keep up with us. This last slide is how to keep in touch. This content is offered for free, and if you want to get some more content, go to douglascalvin.com. That's my name, douglascalvin.com. There is free training available on a webinar. If you want to register for that, it's douglascalvin.com/webinar. That's WEBINAR. If you want free content access, there's additional content in addition to these live broadcasts. Go to douglascalvin.com/go/free things. All put together one word, no spaces, FREETHINGS. You can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube by going to douglascalvin.com. Up on the top right is just some quick links that let you get there, let you look at these videos that will be available for replay. And we offer, as we said, a lot of this content for free. We want to help. We want to help people to make a difference in their sphere and in the world. And if you can help us, we would sure appreciate it. Now, how can you do that? Well, look, here it's very simple. If you comment on our blogs, if you share any of the videos or retweet the tweets, if you give us a friend or a thumbs up, if you click on it, this all adds to the social media expansion and lets this go into more feeds and more people get to see this free content. Also, if you purchase something from our affiliate partners, which includes Amazon, it doesn't cost any more, but what it does is help fund the site and the software and the technology for streaming, which is not very cheap, as you can imagine. There you can go to douglascalvin.com/recommend, RECOMMEND. And if you go there and just click on the links, or on the front page, there's an Amazon link for sure. You can go and if you make a purchase, a small portion of that will go toward sharing with others. Well, it's been exciting. It's been excellent, and I hope you gained from our time together. And I really want to thank you for coming. Look for us. Right now, we're going to be live streaming at approximately 8:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern time in the evening. And we'll be streaming and also making these available. So look for our live feeds on that. And this is session 1 of our Time Excellence series. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I'm Douglas Calvin. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.